must follow certain principles. I guarantee you follow exactly some of these principles that I'll talk about in this video. Your coach, your neighborhood coach, you got some parents who follow these instructions. Athletes follow these instructions. You do not even have to be financially well off in order to be practicing some of these or some variation of these principles. They work consistently. What if your discomfort is the sign that you're headed in the right direction? Have you been choosing what's easy or what's eternal? Are you running toward purpose or away from pressure? Those are the questions we're going to ask in today's video. I know a lot of us, and I say us because this is what caused me not to continue to keep my focus at times. And it may be the issue or the problem you've been facing, struggling with, or will struggle with. So there are 3 points I want to share with you to hopefully encourage you to stay on the right journey. Stay on your journey and stay on the right path, okay? Just because things get hard does not mean you're on the wrong path. So number 1, easy often means empty. Just because you've seen everybody do it, or you've heard people say everybody's doing it, everybody's going to be there, everybody's this, everybody's that, does not mean that's the best course of action or the best course of action for you. Come on, you remember when you was growing up, for those of you who in your 20s on up, somebody was going to be at the prom, or somebody's going to be going to say so-and-so's party. And so you will look at it and be like, okay, well, John's going to be there, Marsha's going to be there, Nick's going to be there, Pookie's going to be there, Michelle's going to be, whatever. You will say, you want your parents to give you permission to be able to go to this party. And so you say, well, Mom, Dad, everybody's going to be there. Now, let's be honest. We know everybody's not going to be there, number 1, okay? But number 2, why you want to go? Generally speaking, you're going to get in trouble. You want to be a part of the cool crowd, or you was invited, you get to see some of your buddies, or that fine girl's going to be there, that fine guy's going to be there. And so you want to get into a situation and basically you're going to regret the situation later. Oftentimes, not every time. I won't say this every time. But my point is, just because everybody's doing something doesn't mean it's right for you to do. The wide gate leads to destruction. Check out Matthew the 7th chapter. And no, I'm not going to preach to you. I'm just going to share some thoughts, some principles with you that I believe will benefit you. And if it ain't you, maybe somebody you know. The wide gate leads to destruction. You can find that in Matthew the 7th chapter, verse 13. The easy route typically costs the least, but it also delivers the least. I know what it's like to try to find the easy way to do this or the easy way to do that. And it actually took me years to discover that was one of the things that had held me back from achieving some great things, which I'm in the process of doing. One of the things I should have started, if you listen to my very second video, is I should have started a channel like this years ago. Now, I'm not living in shoulda, woulda, coulda. I'm just making a point. Had I started earlier, I would have been in a better state or situation, I believe, or in an improved state, financially, relationally, and influentially, and all that kind of stuff. But I also would have helped more people, probably. I would have helped more people, touched more people's lives, because that's what I want to do. I want to really help people just become the best version of themselves. I know I have an assignment to help people do that, to encourage, to inspire, to motivate. But I tried the easy route, and for years it didn't hit me because of some of my previous business experiences. When I worked hard, I went to the meetings, I invested time, I invested money, I spent time with my family at times, all those things because I wanted to build my dream. They told me, my leadership told me, if I do this, if I follow these steps, this will be the outcome. You just got to stay with it, you got to stay focused, etc. I did all that stuff they told me to do. Things didn't work out the way I thought. Things didn't work out the way I was told. Now, I'm not totally blaming them because I'm a grown man. Even then, I was a younger man. And I could have made some different decisions. I could have listened to my father, for example, who had said, he allowed me to go through some of the experience, but he told me this is what's going to be the outcome of this particular business. And I didn't listen. I kept trying to find that easy money, that easy path, so that I could start living my dreams. And it affected me subconsciously in more ways than I really realized. It wasn't until years later I discovered that I didn't want to work hard anymore because it didn't produce for me. So maybe if I do it the easy way, then I'm going to have some things happen. And that didn't work either. That didn't work out the way I thought and hoped either. So the easy route typically costs the least, but it also delivers the least. We got to stop having cheap mindsets too, by the way. Easy mindsets can be cheap mindsets. The question is what do I want to do, or what am I here for, and why? And then I begin to plot my course. Then I begin to seek, what am I going to have to do? What's it going to take for me to go down this particular path? We need to ask those questions. Not how easy or how hard it's going to be. The question is, what must I do to get from point A to Z? So let's go to point 2. God trusts you with the hard thing. Okay, this is one of the factors of my FTRIA system. God trusts you with the hard thing. Maybe on another video, I'll talk about nature. In the nature, how we can learn some practical principles from nature. When God gives you the hard assignment, it's proof that He trusts you. Not that you trust you, not that they trust you, but God trusts you. The challenge isn't punishment. It's preparation. See, you have an idea of where you want to be, who you want to be, where you want to go, and all that. Nothing wrong with that, generally speaking. But for those who do trust in the God of the Bible, for example. Again, I make that disparity. I'm not trying to cut folks off. I'm just making a point. I know everybody don't believe as I believe, so that's why I say that. So I'm not trying to divide us necessarily. Those who are listening to my videos, I'm not trying to do that in the sense to divide us. I'm just making a point. Okay. Now, if you want to come on this side, we're going to receive you. But the principles still work. Okay. Work the principles. I encourage, more importantly, having a relationship with God. And I want to say this real quick in this video. When y'all hear me talk about God, it's not based on religion. It's based on a covenant relationship. I relate or have a relationship with God because God wants a relationship with me. That's all I'm sharing. That's all I'm promoting. And that I would not apologize for. So if you don't like that, then don't watch the videos. But you can work God's principles. Go and work God's principles. The challenges of punishment is preparation. I know a lot of times we feel like we're being punished. We always say, and this, again, I'm talking for Christians in general in this regard. When we go through tough times or challenges, as we rise and grow, the closer we get in our relationship to God, when we obey in certain principles, it seems like it's getting more difficult to receive. We start off real easy at first, right? It's like what good parents do for their kids. They make sure the kids provided for with a shelter over their head, clothes on their back, food in their mouths, water to quench their thirst. We just provide, right? Parents provide. And then as you get older, some of those things don't come as easy anymore. So, mom and dad will provide this, feed you, for example. No, now they're teaching you how to feed yourself, right? How to clothe yourself, right? How to bathe yourself, right? So now it's not as easy as it once was. And that's how God is. God, as He matures you, as you begin to mature, things aren't as easy as they used to be, but they're still doable. By now you figure that out. It's still doable. And so now easy left your mind once you got into the practice of taking care of yourself. But as you get older, here's the problem. You become very independent minded. And so that affects people too. But those are not bad things. Totally bad things, okay? One of the acronyms to my FTRIA system, I have a couple. One is, the first one is, the main one is this. And the only reason I'm pausing a little bit is because of the new one I have here. So it's messing me up a little bit. But follow the right instructions always. That's what FTRIA stands for. FTRIA stands for follow the right instructions always. Okay, it's kind of like the analogy. If you aim at the stars, you shoot for the stars. If you fall short, you hit the moon, right? I think maybe it's the other way around. Maybe if you aim at the moon, fall short, you hit the stars. Don't focus on perfection. Focus on following as many of the right instructions as possible. as many as possible. And if you don't hit every single one, maybe you hit most of them, and especially the most crucial ones. Okay? Do what you're told to do. When the alarm clock goes off, something very simple. When that alarm clock goes off, for those who set those to have those set to wake them up, get up the first time. This morning, for example, I didn't jump up. I should have. I was tired, but I should have. I should have got up the first time, but I didn't. So get up, follow those right instructions. Okay. Again, do not focus on perfection. Focus on excellence. You want to be the best today, better today than you were yesterday. You want to follow at least one more instruction. That is, keep your house clean. Your finances, keep your finances organized, do your laundry, or make that decision, do that business business deal that you're supposed to do, or that follow those instructions to get your business started. Whatever, get up and do it. Follow the instructions. The more you build that habit in, the more successful you're going to be. Again, Elon Musk follows certain principles. I guarantee he's following exactly some of these principles that I'll talk about in these videos. Your coach, your neighborhood coach, you got some parents who follow these instructions. Athletes follow these instructions. You do not even have to be financially well off in order to be practicing some of these or some variation of these principles. They work. They work consistently. So, here's my second set of acronyms for FTRIA. Fully trusted to rise in assignment means God doesn't micromanage you. He equips and expects growth. Go outside and take a look at nature. I'm just going to touch up on that a little bit. Do you not know nature does not have any hospitals set up for itself? Do you not know that there are no schools to teach grass how to grow, trees how to grow and spread their branches? There are no schools to teach birds flight, fishes how to swim. And I can go all the way down the line. Yet humanity, the most intelligent creation on earth, we need all those things. And I can say more than that, but I digress, so I'm not going to do that. But the point is, you have been given what you need at this time and this moment to maximize where you are now. So what are you left with? Choice. Awareness and then choice. So let's set ourselves up for success. And matter of fact, that's the most important point I wanted to make it. Then I go to number 3. God trusts you with the hard things. So stop poo-pooing, stop lamenting, stop throwing a fit, getting upset, stop comparing yourself to others, and get to it. Just get to it. Hard makes you harder, makes you tougher. There's a purpose for the hard. That's what the question you should ask. What's the purpose of this? And then get to it. Easy is a part of it to some degree. Hard is a part of it to some degree. Stop trying to be easy. Stop trying to be. Don't be offended when I say this, okay? Do not be offended. Don't be soft. All of us are built or have the capabilities of being very hard in the right areas and tough in the right areas, and soft or warmer in the right areas. Women do not like their men walking around like Superman all the time. Just call it what it is. So fellas, that's what we need to chill out at. We need to develop our softer side more. Okay? We need to develop our softer side more, listen more, be more compassionate, be more sympathetic, more empathetic in certain areas of our lives, especially when it comes to our ladies, especially when it comes to the ladies in our lives, period. And women need to become stronger or tougher in certain areas of their lives too, and understand certain things. So we all, in other words, all of us have room for growth. So explore it. Here's the last point. Comfort can be a counterfeit reward. Comfort can be a counterfeit reward. So don't let it be. Don't settle for ease and call it peace. Real peace often comes after the sacrifice, not before. And the word sacrifice had become a very sore spot for me because it represented hard, but it also represented pain. Pain, 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 pain. I didn't like the word sacrifice because of that. I didn't see the reward of the sacrifice. I only saw the painful process of sacrifice. I'm learning to accept the benefit and the positive aspect of it. But I didn't like it simply for that reason. Don't settle for ease. Don't settle for what's easy in every situation. Stop looking for easy paths all the time. Stop looking for easy decisions all of the time. Stop looking for easy communications all of the time. Real peace often comes after you've gone through whatever it is you're supposed to go through, coming through the storm, coming through that trial, coming through that issue, coming through that growth process. After facing one of the most toughest moments of your life, and if you do it correctly, on the other side of it is the victory or the peace, the success you've wanted. On the other side, oftentimes not before. That's how life works. So understand, take life for what it is. Respect life for what it is. Stop trying to fit it into your mold. And you understand this. I said this in one of my other videos. I forget which one. Learn how life works and then work it. Learn how life works and then work it. Do not try to work life the way you want it to work. Work it the way it works. Learn how it works and then work its works. In other words, follow the right instructions always. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a very good Monday and a very good week. I'll see you next time. And remember, maximize the moment.